Hi everyone, I'm Sam. This is English for Communication. Welcome back. In today's lesson, we're going to be talking about your family. Do you have a big family? What do you and your family do when you spend time together? Talking about your family is an important part of talking about yourself and offering information about yourself in a conversation. In today's video, we will begin by understanding the relationships between us and our families, and also look at the ways we can talk about them to make it interesting for people to listen to. So how many people do you have in your family? There are 5 people in my family. Often people have very big families in Vietnam that can consist of 30 or even maybe more people. So we must understand that we are talking about your immediate family, not your extended family. Your immediate family will be your mum, dad, husband or wife, siblings, which are your brothers or sisters, and you. Your extended family will be your grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, nieces, and nephews. Take a look at this family tree of an immediate family. When we describe our family to someone, it's important that we add some extra information about them, which could include their age, what they do for work, or maybe just something that's important to you. So here is an example. There are 7 people in my immediate family. My father, Bill, and my mother, Mary, myself, and my 2 siblings. I am the middle child. My younger brother is Arthur. He goes to high school and loves sport. I have an older sister. Her name's Lisa, who got married last year to Rob, and they recently had a daughter, Kerry. Rob is my brother-in-law, and Kerry is my niece. She's so cute. We always have a family dinner together every Sunday. My mum and sister cook for us and enjoy playing with my little niece. The extended family can be much more complicated to describe, as the relationships are a little more complicated. You have your father's side of the family, which is known as your paternal family, and your mother's side of the family, which is known as your maternal side of the family. Here is a family tree of the extended family. Take a look. Starting with your father's side of the family, my father's parents, his mother and father, are Mr. and Mrs. Smith. They are my grandparents. My father has just 1 sibling, a younger brother named Simon. He is a lawyer and his wife Gemma is an architect. They are my uncle and aunt. They have a 4-year-old son called Thomas. He is my cousin. On my mother's side of the family, my maternal side, I have my mother's mum and dad, Mr. and Mrs. Wilson. They are my grandparents, and they are in their 90s. They had 3 children. My mother is the oldest, John is the middle son, and another daughter called Lisa. John is my maternal uncle. He is in the army and he spends a lot of time away. His wife is Sarah. She's my aunt and they have a child called Emily. She is my cousin and we are the same age. My mother's younger sister, Lisa, is engaged to James, and they are planning to have a big wedding in London next year. Lisa is my aunt, and after they get married, James will be my uncle. So now we know who is our immediate and extended family. It is also important that you understand the relationships between different family members. Let's have a look and fill in the blanks as we talk about them. Let's take a look at the mother's side of the family or maternal family. Mr. Wilson is my mother's father. The relationship between him and my father is father-in-law, and to me he is my grandfather. Mrs. Wilson is my mother's mother. To my father she is his mother-in-law, and to me she is my grandmother. The relationship between John and my mother is that he is her brother. To my father, John is his brother-in-law. And to me, John is my uncle. Sarah is John's wife. This is my mother's sister-in-law. To my father, she is also his sister-in-law, and she is my aunt. Their daughter Emily is my mother's niece, making my mother Emily's aunt. To my father, Emily is also his niece, making my father her uncle. And to me, she is my cousin. Lisa is my mother's sister. The relationship between Lisa and my father is that she is his sister-in-law. And to me, she is my aunt. Very good. Her fiancé James is not yet related to us. Once James and Lisa are married, however, he will become my mother's brother-in-law. My father's brother-in-law and my uncle. So now we have a better understanding of the relationships in our family. Let's look at some questions and answer of different ways of talking about our families, because everyone's family is different. How many brothers and sisters do you have? I have one brother and one sister. My brother is older than me and my sister is younger. I am the middle child. I just have one older brother. We fight all the time and don't get along. I am an only child. Next question. Do you have a big family? Here are some examples. I have quite a small family. My grandma, mum and dad, my baby brother, and me. Both my mum and dad were only children, so I don't have any aunts or uncles or cousins. All my other grandparents died, so unfortunately we only have my grandma left, but she is still very healthy. Here's another example. There are 6 people in my immediate family. My mum and dad, my sister and her husband, and me and my little brother. We have quite a large family, but they live in America, so I don't see them very much, apart from when we Skype. Do you have any children? How can we answer this? Here are some examples. I have 3 kids. The eldest is my daughter Fiona. She is 4 years old and has recently started primary school. I also have twin sons that are 2.5 and go to nursery school 3 times per week. Here's another example. We are expecting our first child in August. We are not sure what the sex of the baby is, but my wife and I are very excited and don't mind if it's a boy or a girl as long as it's healthy. What do you do when you spend time with your family? How can we answer this question? Here are some examples. Our family don't see each other much during the week as we all are so busy. But every Sunday my mother cooks a big dinner and for the whole family, including all our grandparents. I usually drive them home afterwards. Here's another example. I don't spend much time with my brother as we always fight when we spend too much time together. But my sister always helps me with my homework after school and we usually ride our bikes together at the weekend. Here's another. I try to spend as much time with my kids as possible, which is difficult because I have my own business and work a lot. Now that you have more information about what you can say about your family, try making longer answers for yourself about your family. Talk about your immediate and extended family and give information to people about different people, which is interesting for them to listen to, such as their age and their jobs and what they are like. Now you must practice. I recommend that you start by writing down the information first. Then practice talking about your family with your friends and your colleagues at work. Try to practice your longer sentences also and follow up by asking questions about their families. This will help you to understand much more. Well done. Another great video. Keep practicing and I'll see you in the next video.